Hi, in this tutorial I'll show you how to create a cinematic scene using magical camera technique, so stick around until the end. I prepared this scene earlier, and the dragon features a simple animation that's essential for this video. I'm starting with a camera that has no special configuration, and I'll be setting it up from scratch. I'm using Blender 4.2 for this project, but these techniques will work in any version. I'm using EVNext for fast rendering. If you want to learn how to create realistic render with this engine, check out the tutorial linked here. These tips can also be applied in cycles. Go to the camera settings. First, let me explain focal length. Many people overlook this attribute, but it's crucial for adjusted according to the scene. For instance, using lower values can make everything appear stretched. Now let's select a higher value. Now it looks more cinematic, while lower values can be used. The choice depends on the position. You can get this dragon model complete with textures and animations from my Patreon. The link is in the description. I think a value of 60 is effective. Okay, it's good. The next key property to consider is depth of field. Now let's enable it in the camera settings. You need to set the focus point, similar to how the human eye focuses. This can greatly enhance your scene. Let's try a different view. This one seems to work well. Here I need to decide which part of the body to focus on and highlight. By adjusting the focus distance, I can control how much of the scene is blurry. I can adjust the distance even while the animation is running. You can adjust the amount of blur by changing the f-stop setting. We should tweak this setting to get the best result. Great, let's try a different view. It looks great. Now let's compare it to the result without depth of field. You can select the focus object, but I don't recommend it because it limits your control over the focus. Next, we need an animation to demonstrate this property. Press the space to start the animation, if you have one. It's a basic animation, but something seems off. It doesn't match how human eyes would perceive it. At this point, I need to go to the render settings and enable motion blur. Now, if I play the animation once more, you can see the motion blur effect, which mimics how the human eye perceives motion blur. This effect adds a sense of realistic motion to the scene, enhancing its cinematic quality. To enhance the motion blur effect, you can increase the shutter property. Note that real-time motion blur works only in Blender 4.2 and when viewed through the camera. Let's compare the results with and without motion blur. Another technique is letterboxing, which I handle in Premiere. I've rendered a short animation. I need to create two black rectangles for the top and bottom. Go to the graphics and new layer. Then add a rectangle. Select the new layer and adjust its width to your desired size. Next, set the color to black. While there are other methods for creating a letterbox, this is a simple approach. Next, move it to the top. Hold Alt and drag the layer to create a copy. Move this layer to the bottom. Now let's review the final result and compare it to the original version. This technique works wonderfully for creating cinematic shots. Next, choose the right color space. Navigate to the render settings. In the color management, you can adjust the color space for the entire scene. AGX is currently selected, with Filmic as another option. You can observe changes in contrast and exposure. Selecting the color space depends on the specific needs of your scene. Another option is Chronos, offering a warmer color tone. We'll need to fine-tune the exposure and gamma settings. I've created a complete tutorial on Chronos available to watch here. Now it's better. The next step is to open the compositor and apply some effects. At this stage, I only have the output layer connected to the composite. I need to enable real-time composition by selecting the arrow icon and activating it for the camera. You also have the option to enable real-time composition for both viewport and camera. Press Shift A and look for the glare node. Choose Bloom for the glare node. Next, increase the size and reduce the threshold. This effect enhances the beauty of your scene. For more detail of glare node, check out the tutorial here. The scene looks dramatically different with post-processing compared to without it. Next, add a lens distortion node. Press Shift A and search for the lens distortion node. Enable the fit and adjust the dispersion value. Adjust the dispersion as needed. Higher value will produce an effect akin to an illusion. Alright, this is good. For the final step, I'll introduce a fantastic technique known as the golden spiral. This is also known as the golden ratio. The goal is to position the most important object at the smallest point of the spiral. Let's apply this technique. Open the compositor and drag in an image of the golden ratio, which you can find online. Press Shift A and look for the alpha over node. Connect the golden ratio to the second input. This will overlay the golden ratio on top of the final render. The image is too large. Add a transform node to resize it. And I need to reduce the scale. This looks good. You can rotate the golden ratio as needed and position it on key areas, like the face. From a mathematical perspective, the center of the region is where the viewer's gaze naturally falls first. Next, adjust the camera angle to place the dragon's face at this point. You can select any view, but ensure that the face is positioned at this point. This is good. While other techniques are available, this one is the most effective. Next, turn off the golden ratio image and check the final result. As you can see, this view is more visually engaging compared to the previous one. Now let's experiment with a different view. This view works well. Remember to animate the camera for specific scenarios, like incorporating camera shake. Consider changing the focal length throughout the animation as well. If you know any other techniques, don't forget to share them in the comments. Now let's see the final result. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And feel free to share your questions and ideas in the comments.